Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
Should there be a law banning children under the certain age from owning a smartphone? Colorado could be the first state to take up the issue if petitions get enough signatures. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker talked to parents here who tell us smartphones are definitely not right for some kids.
This is Jolena.
Hey, Jolena.
When do you think you deserve a cell phone? She'd be like right now.
Daniel Jesswing doesn't want to think about her kids getting a smartphone.
I think it just causes problems, and I think people just need to put the electronics down and just do stuff like this, go to the park.
In fact, every parent we spoke with at Lindenwood Park all shared the same sentiment about kids under the age of 13 having smartphones.
These cell phones and all this technology, I didn't grow with that.
You're fine, right?
Yes, I'm fine. My brain is still working good. I don't think that they should have them.
But it's clear some parents feel the opposite. Kids in Tech, the evolution of today's digital natives, was a report done that shows most kids are right around 10 years old when they get their first smartphone. A proposal in Colorado would ban the sale of smartphones to children younger than 13, or more likely, to prevent parents from giving them to kids in that age bracket. A petition is circulating to get it on the 2018 ballot. But those against the proposal argue the ban is an invasion of privacy for parents.
It does go back to you are raising your kid, but you also have to make sure that they're responsible and you're teaching them right from wrong. Encourage them to get outside and play. Stay off the tablets. Stay off the social media. Life is about having fun and making memories, not sitting on a computer or a telephone.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
The American Academy of Pediatrics says parents should limit smartphone time for all children under the age of 18 to make sure they have a healthy and active life as they're growing up. Coming up after weather, we've got the latest details after a fire burned through storage units at an apartment in South Fargo earlier this evening. Plus, an Oaks man is being treated in Fargo after a near drowning over the weekend. But first, Hutch, we're seeing some rain tonight. How much will we get?
Well, we're having on and off showers and a few tenths of an inch falling from the sky where they are. As a matter of fact, right now, your SkyCam network looking off to the east of the FM area at these showers that are pressing rapidly into Lakes Country. Some of the strongest thunder showers remaining are moving once again into the northeast quadrant of North Dakota. Here is a peek at the Lakes Country showers. Detroit Lakes, a lot of this activity is exiting your area right now. Moving off to the southeast, these showers are moving at a fast clip of around 40 miles per hour. So any winds that the storms will create will cause gusts in excess of that 40-mile-per-hour speed. So from Bagley into eastern Becker County and pressing towards Hubbard County and northern reaches of Ottertail County, some pretty stout thunder shower activity working its way. And again, these arrows represent about 40 miles. So in about an hour's time, they'll be near the Park Rapids area and pushing in towards Wadena in eastern Ottertail County as well. Now taking a look southeast North Dakota, Gwinner, a little bit of thunder and lightning over you heading into the southern and western reaches of Richland County right now near Lidgerwood. Just a little brief, quick, fast-moving shower also moving at 40 miles per hour. Here is a look at the thunder and lightning. Starkweather seeing a pretty good soaker making its way over once again. These showers moving off to the southeast towards Drayton, also out towards the Grafton area. We'll be in the Grafton area by the time we get to 9:38 this evening, as those storms will push towards Grand Forks for another round of thunder showers tonight. Again, a look at your current. 61 on the thermometer, north wind at 5 miles per hour, 59 Valley City and in Thief River Falls, 59 Bemidji, but holding on to near 70 in Sisseton right now. You have 69 degrees. Hour-by-hour forecast shows our couple of areas of thunder showers will quickly push off to the east as we go through the overnight hours and then diminish. So our thunderstorm chances will diminish through the overnight. Isolated small hail is about all we'll expect. Rise and shine temperatures very close to 50 degrees and a lunchtime to remember. A lot of sun and temperatures warming towards 70 almost region-wide. A little cooler, though, in northwest Minnesota. And that's where afternoon high temperatures will be in the 60s. The rest of us enjoying some 70-degree weather with sunshine and very light winds as compared to those gusty winds we saw today. 52 in Fargo to start, a lot of 70s in the afternoon. Most of eastern North Dakota on your way home from work will be in the low to mid 70s out there. Lakes Country, upper 60s, low 70s for Fergus Falls, 68 in Bemidji. The corn's growing great now with A little bit of rain added to the field, and this is a look at Grandpa's farm. Josie Klein uploading a great sunset photo. Wednesday, another chance for some spotty showers and thunderstorms after a quiet day tomorrow. And then after we warm up on Wednesday into the 80s, we'll be back into the 70s for the majority of the 7-day period. The weekend looking cool and below average temperature-wise once again with some Saturday morning showers, but the majority of the weekend, at least right now, looking dry and pretty fun with those comfortable 70s.
That's great news.
Thank
you, Hutch. We're following a developing story tonight out of Fargo as investigators work to figure out what caused a fire at an apartment complex in South Fargo earlier tonight. Here's a look at the video of the blaze that viewers sent us. The fire started around 5 o'clock and multiple storage units were engulfed at an apartment complex on 25th Avenue South near the Boys and Girls Club. Firefighters had the flames under control about 6 this night, but not before 2 of the units were heavily damaged and part of the siding had been melted on a third. No word on what caused the report of injuries at this hour. A North Dakota man is fighting for his life in a Fargo hospital after nearly drowning in a slough over the weekend. 57-year-old William Vandervoort was swimming east of Oaks last night. Friends lost sight of him and called 911 to report him missing. Authorities say Vandervoort was in 8 to 10 feet of water for nearly 20 minutes before he was pulled from the water. He's at Sanford Hospital in Fargo, where there's no condition at this time. An Underland man will spend 4 years behind bars because of a car crash that killed a 16-year-old boy. Ethan Stensgaard was sentenced today after being convicted of a third-degree criminal vehicular homicide in October 2016, the death of Carter Peterson. Court documents say he had been drinking that night and did not stop at a stop sign, which led to Peterson's death. Stensgaard's blood alcohol level at the time of the crash was 0.23%. After a 2-year whistleblower investigation, the North Dakota Supreme Court disbarred Jesse Mattson effective immediately. Now he's ordered to pay nearly $60,000 back to his clients within 90 days. Back in January, the Minnesota Supreme Court disbarred Mattson. Today, the North Dakota Supreme Court ordered Mattson to reimburse his clients $59,250. They also ordered Mattson to reimburse the North Dakota Client Protection Fund for any payments made to his clients on behalf and pay the costs and expenses of the disciplinary proceeding, which cost $250. Now, a number of Mattson's former clients called us on our whistleblower hotline, telling us that Mattson scammed them out of thousands of dollars. If you want to read the full order from the North Dakota Supreme Court, we've attached a link to this story on our website at valleynewslive.com. A South Fargo woman says she's on the hook for a $1,200 bed bug treatment, and she wants to know why it's so expensive. Stephanie Walters tells us earlier this year her landlord and a pest control expert confirmed she had bed bugs in her apartment unit. They treated the unit and left damage to the carpets, kitchen counters, and the microwave and one of the walls. Walters said it's not that she wouldn't pay for the treatment, she just wanted to know why it was so expensive.
Frustrating because I was like, well, when they say, well, you can't, you gotta box things that can't be heated, it's like, well, what's the things that can't be heated? Anything's possible. I've got cracks along my, cracks in the walls, holes in the walls. It's very easy for a bug to crawl through.
Property Resources Group tells us they take extermination very seriously and use one exterminator, something they say is typical of the industry. And if you are wondering about what your rental rights are or what bills could be stuck at your apartment or rental property, call us on our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Social media came in handy for one small Lakes Country town. 20 American flags and poles that lined several of the streets in Dent, Minnesota were stolen in early June. But just 2 weeks ago, 16 were finally returned after a post was made to Facebook. Those 16 flags were left in a nearby park, and some people say it was a prank, but it wasn't very funny.
I was really happy to hear it because I didn't think we'd ever see the flags again.
The flag represents us, so why are we taking it and just throwing it away? Even if it was a prank, it wasn't right.
4 flags are still missing, but the American Legion plans to put them back up for the 4th of July festivities. A special election in Grand Forks is coming to decide the fate of a city park. Some want to develop Arbor Park into an apartment complex to further grow downtown Grand Forks. However, there was tremendous pushback from the arts community when the plans rolled out. City officials say they will be selling the lot at market value, and it will generate much needed tax dollars. Around $100,000 per year will be generated after a 5-year tax abatement. However, this special election is already costing taxpayers. City officials say they hope the cost to taxpayers will be under $12,000, but won't know until after the vote. In case you're wondering, voting is tomorrow for Grand Forks residents at the Alara Center all day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. A yes vote saves the park, and a no vote is a vote to develop it. Moorhead native and Stanley Cup champ Matt Cullen is back in the Fargo-Moorhead area to get a first look at a special section of the new Sanford Hospital that bears his name. It's called Coleys Cabin. And today, Cullen and his wife Bridget are getting a look at this special area they helped create. Their foundation donated $1 million for this project, and it's a space aimed at letting kids be kids. Despite the fact that they're in the hospital, it's centered around the cabin-like design you might find in Minnesota or North Dakota outdoors, with a little bit of that hockey added to the mix. It also has arts and crafts and a space to relax. Otto Warmbier, the American student detained in North Korea for 17 months, has died. The report from Washington is next.